Again, that isn't even the biggest reason, because the real engine has been burning since 2008. A feedback loop that we gotten so addicted to as a country that truly explains why the stock market and economy no longer matches up. Before 2008, the Fed wasn't really pumping too much money into the financial system, roughly around $800 billion, but that number hasn't really changed over the decades. But then when the crash happened, the Fed started to panic, and as the Fed does by controlling monetary policy, slashed interest rates to near zero, and for the first time ever started increasingly pumping and printing more money, where by 2014 that $800 billion has grown to $4.5 trillion. And this addiction is called quantitative easing, but all you need to know is that the Fed was creating money, pumping it into financial markets like stocks, bonds, and real estate, causing stock prices to shoot up. But again, those were just assets, not wages or the value of the dollar. And just like a Zyn or a nicotine gum addiction, you say is only just once in a while, started showing signs of real habit. Because a few years later in 2017, when they stopped trying to do this quantitative easing, well, the market started crashing, so they reversed course and brought it back. And once that recent pandemic hit, that $4 trillion now doubled to $9 trillion in 2 years, and it's exactly why stocks have ballooned during this time. And not to mention, with all that money printed, meant inflation hitting the highest in 40 years. But what's clear is that this loop now became an addiction. And every time the economy started showing signs of slowing down, the dose got bigger and bigger. The Fed prints more money, money flows into stocks, the people who own stocks feel richer, they spend more, that spending shows up in GDP, and politicians call it a strong economy. And just as we're seeing now, it's now something they can't even stop. It's a full-blown addiction because every time they try to pull back, the market drops, and so just like a withdrawal, they put it right back. But anyways, the stock market has become a wealth engine that runs on a completely different track. And when you follow the money to find out who exactly benefits from keeping it this way, you'll start to see why nothing ever changes.